So I think after a failure, or after we have set really high expectations of ourselves and they haven't landed where we thought they should land, the very first thing that we need to do is be compassionate to ourselves, because the truth is, and I honestly believe, we are exactly where we are supposed to be. So if you thought you should be somewhere else, if you're running through in your mind what you coulda, shoulda, woulda done, that doesn't actually help us to move forwards and to really learn from our mistakes and integrate the lessons learned. So I think being compassionate to yourself, understanding that if you could have done something differently, you would have. If there was any other path that you should have been on, you would be there. So it's really about trusting that whatever happened, even if it didn't go to your plan, it is still for your highest good, and you can still take beautiful aligned action from where you stand today. And really trusting that the expectations that we have for ourselves, or the goals that we're working towards, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to make that happen or receive the things that we're working towards in exactly the way our minds have decided that we should. So it's really about letting go of our expectations and our shoulds, showing up as the very best version of ourselves, failures and lowered expectations and all, and really trusting that we can receive what we're working towards. We can work towards our goals, and the little asterisk that I like to add on the end of that is or something better. So if things haven't gone to your plan, trust that there is still a greater plan for your life, and pick yourself back up and keep going. But with that, understanding that you can receive your dreams or something better. So I was obsessed with the Saddle Club series and the Thoroughbred series and Black Beauty when I was younger, because I grew up horse riding. And my friends and I, we had this plan, like my real life friends, not my book friends. We had a plan that we would be in the 2004 Olympics, which I wasn't. I was doing my HSC then. But we thought we'd be in the Olympics, we'd all live on a farm together. And it was all born from reading those books that I was completely obsessed with. And I thought my first book would be a novel about horses. And it's not, but perhaps one day I will get there. But yeah, I was obsessed with horse riding books and drawing horses in the margins of my school books when I was younger. So as I explain in It's All Good, this book was actually born out of, at the time, what I called a business failure, but it was totally not. But I also say that we don't need to run our own businesses to pick ourselves up after a failure, to integrate the lessons learned, and to take new steps forwards in our new direction. And I think that with my work one-on-one with business alignment coaching and kinesiology, and then my wider work with writing my books and my online courses and workshops, that is personal development work, that is doing the inner work. And once you've done that inner work, once you have that awareness, you can apply that in every area of your life. And really, we must apply it in every area of our life if we are to show up as our best selves and have fulfillment in our lives. So I like to think of myself as a book and author contradiction. So I write personal development and self-help, but I love reading psychological thrillers, which potentially helps me write self-help because I get an insight into people's minds even more. And I also love World War II historical fiction, specifically set in like Germany and Russia. I don't know why, my husband laughs at me. And I love reading, so whenever I'm writing a non-fiction book, I have to be reading fiction at the same time. It helps me just relax and tune my mind out into something else. So whenever I'm reading non-fiction, I'm always reading fiction at the same time. I read, I think, a wide variety. I love reading real paper books that I can smell and hold and dog ear the pages. And I also love reading on my Kindle. So I just love books of all kinds.